Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are fine at your home. So, we have already started nervous system and till nerves we have already done. So, in this video, we are going to continue the next topic, that is reflex action. Now, though the brain is the control and coordinating center of all the actions and reactions taking place in our body, but some of our actions are there which take place automatically without the involvement of the brain, and such type of actions which takes place automatically without the involvement of the brain are known as reflex action, right? So what are these reflex actions? So these reflex actions are very fast involuntary actions controlled by the spinal cord. Now these involuntary actions, already I have told you, that is the muscles which are not under our control, right? We cannot control it. So reflex actions are very fast involuntary actions which cannot be controlled by us. So that is controlled by the spinal cord, right? For example, when our finger touch a hot object, then the sensory nerves take the signals to the spinal cord, and the spinal cord immediately send a signal through motor nerves to the muscles of the hand, and we pull our hand away. So this is how the spinal cord is controlling the reflex actions, as it is shown in this diagram also, that if you are touching any hot object, then sensory nerve take this message to the spinal cord, because these the nerves of the hands are not directly connected with the brain. It is first connected with the spinal cord, right? So these messages are first carried by the sensory nerve to the spinal cord. Spinal cord then analyzes it, and it is sent, the message is sent to the hand, to the muscles of the hand through the motor nerves, and then our hands get pulled away. So this is the how the reflex actions are done, and these are very automatic, means very automatically take it very quickly. For example, like blinking of eyes. If someone comes near you and clap in front of you suddenly, so what happen? We close our eyes or we blink our eyes. Coughing, yawning, sneezing, watering of the mouth at some of the substances. Whenever you are seeing some delicious food, immediately the water comes inside your mouth, right? So such type of actions are very quick actions, and these actions are called reflex actions, and these reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord, right? Now we will see the next is our sense organs. We have already seen in the beginning that sense organs are there in our body, and these sense organs help us to sense the surrounding, right? To make the world aware with the, or you can say it make us to aware with the world around us. So the sense organs make us aware of the world around us, and there are 5 sense organs which we already know, that is eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin, right? So one by one we will see all these senses. The first is eyes. Now these eyes are set in the bony socket in the skull. So bony socket is there inside the skull. You can see a bony socket means, see here, this is the part of the skull. You can see this is the part of the skull, and here this bony or a vacant space you can say. So this is called bony socket, right? And in this the our eyes are fit, okay? So they are further protected by the eyelids. So first of all, the skull protects it as it is fit in the skull only, and after other than skull, who protects the eyes? So eyelids and eyelashes, they protect the eyes from dust particles and keep the eyes clean. So these two things, that is eyelid and eyelashes, keep the eyes clean and dust free. So every time what happen, we are blinking our eyes, we blink our eyes, and when we are blinking our eyes automatically get cleaned, right? The eyes and the brain together help us to see. Now we can see an object. Now how or what makes us to see the object, how an object is visible to us? See, already we have done in shadow chapter, that is when whenever the an object means we see the object whenever the light bounces back from that object, right? It falls on that and bounces back and enters to our eyes, then then that object becomes clear to us. Now from where it enters? So it enters through a clear transparent area that is called cornea. So inside our eye, white color is there, that is called the cornea, right? Through which it enters. Now the next is behind the cornea is the iris, and it is the colored part of the eye and determines the eye color. So the colored part of the eye, which if you will observe your eye, you will find that your eye is colored from inside. So in some it is black, in some it is brown, in some even it is blue color. So it varies. So that color of the eye is determined by the iris, right? Now in the center of the pupil, iris is the pupil. If you will observe or if you will see your eye in the mirror, you will find that in the center of the iris there is a black spot. Actually that is not a black spot, that is the hole, or you can say, or that is the opening which is known as pupil. So the pupil which looks like a black spot is actually an opening in the iris that lets the light to get inside our eye, right? Now muscles in the iris makes the pupil bigger or smaller to let in the light depending on the brightness outside. Now if the brightness, suppose if outside the brightness is more, right? If the brightness is more, then what will happen? The size of iris becomes less. Size of pupil becomes less, means becomes small. And if it is less brightness, then in that case the size of the pupil becomes more, or you can say it becomes large. Is it clear? So it is in the dark room the pupil becomes larger to let it in the more light, and when there is a bright light the pupil becomes smaller to let it in less light, right? Now behind the pupil is a clear lens. If you will see, observe here, so you will see that behind this pupil, this iris, or you can say just behind of this pupil, the lens is there. And the main purpose of this lens is to focus the picture on the retina. This retina is acting as a screen, this one, right? Now when the light enters inside the pupil and passes through this lens, then this lens focus that that ray of light on the retina, and as a result the nerves, the tiny nerves which are present on the retina, these nerves then send the messages to the big nerve called the optic nerve. Now whatever images are formed as the light focuses, as this lens focuses the light on this retina, images are formed on this, and then on these small nerves are there. These nerves then get connected with the biggest nerve, that is called the optic nerve, and this nerve, the optic nerve, then carries the messages from the eye to the brain, right? Then the brain understands it and tells us that what we have seen, right? Okay, so we will continue in the next video. Bye bye, take care.